Hey everybody! Today I wanted to talk about the camera effect. Well, what is the camera effect? The camera effect is when you'll be flipping, you're flipping really great, then all of a sudden you're like, you know what, I'm gonna record a clip. Pull out your phone, your camera, whatever you use to record, press record, start flipping, and all of a sudden your flips are the worst thing you've ever seen. That is the camera effect. Now, I've been a musician. I am a musician. I'm going to school for music. And I will tell you that this camera effect is not unique to balisongs. It happens with a lot of other fields too, including musicians. And I wanted to talk about kind of where it comes from. Now, this is mostly my opinion, not necessarily fact. But anyway, we'll get into it. So the camera effect is basically, like I said, you turn on a camera to record and you somehow seem worse than you were before. And I think there's a lot of things that contribute to this. And sometimes a big part of it can actually be your perception of yourself. You might think that your flipping looks one way or you sound one way, but then when you record, it looks worse. And sometimes that's just because your perception of how you flip is better than how your flipping actually is. So if I'm flipping and I land a trick and I might be like, wow, that looks so cool. So I record it. And then when I record it, I'm like, well, that looks lame. Because once you see it in your phone, your brain is now subconsciously comparing it to all the other flippers that it has seen on your phone. And if you're anything like me or most other flippers, you probably follow some really insane flippers. So now your brain is subconsciously going to compare you to somebody like that, and yeah, you're not going to look as good in comparison. That's why it can be so hard to get a good combo, and especially since most of those flippers, they specifically come up with a combo and then they spend a ton of time working on it to make it look perfect. And if you guys are like me, there's a good chance you just kind of turn your camera on and flip without a super clear goal in mind. And that is also going to lead to your flips looking much more sloppy and not as fluid. Now, another part of it is that when you're flipping on your own, no camera, nothing like that, 100% of your attention is on your flipping. The moment you introduce another element, whether it's a friend talking to you or a camera, now all of a sudden you can't put all of your focus on your flipping. And that's going to make your flipping worse. That's why a lot of the times I feel like my flipping is better off camera, because I'm able to put more attention to what I'm doing. I tend to not drop it as much. I can do tricks that are harder. But when I'm recording, I don't have as much attention to devote to what I'm actually doing with the balisong. And as a result, my flips just don't look as cool. Of course, I'm not saying that I'm incredible either. You guys can tell I'm probably intermediate at best. But that is a big part of it, is that the moment you divide up your attention, you're going to start to have issues. And now this can be made better or worse depending on what your recording setup is. If you just place a tripod over there and walk away and stand here and flip, you're going to have a better time than if you're trying to do a handheld video. Because doing handheld is so difficult, because you have to not only pay attention to your flipping, you also have to look at your phone while you're flipping instead of looking at your balisong to make sure that you're keeping it in frame and that the framing is good. That's why I think if you want to get a good clip, you're going to be better off taking your camera, your phone, setting it somewhere over there, step back, and then flip. Now, if you're someone who doesn't want their face to be on frame, that's fine. You can still set up a camera over there and flip in such a way so that your face is not showing. Because I know that that's important to a lot of you. But sometimes also when you're holding it, or maybe you're trying to get a certain angle, you're actually making it harder on yourself because you're forcing your body to flip in these weird positions. For instance, if you're trying to record a clip, you're trying to keep the balisong in frame the whole time. And if you've ever been on the balisong subreddit, you'll know that this is quite difficult to do. Because balisongs, when we flip, we have such a wide range of motion with them. I mean, I'll go anywhere from flipping down to by my knees to up here by my chest. And any of those could happen at any point. And it's hard to keep that in frame. So usually when we flip for a recording, we're trying to kind of keep the balisong in this like imaginary box where we think the framing is. So let's say I might try and keep it all right up here around the mid-torso level. And that's fine, I can flip there, but it's not as comfortable as if I was to just flip a little lower down and then bring it up occasionally and then back down. And all of those things are going to make it harder to flip well. And those are just a few of the things that I can think of personally that are going to affect the way your flipping looks on camera and lead to the camera effect. That's pretty much all that I had for you guys today though. If you enjoyed, you could consider subscribing. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. That is our goal for the end of the year. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be doing a face reveal, and I will be giving you guys a special little secret project that I've been working on. I'm super excited for it. Thinking about releasing a teaser at, say, 900. But yeah, that's all I had for you guys today. I hope that you have all had a wonderful day, and until next time, keep flipping.